Hi, my name is Robert. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. And here it is. Holy Stone drone with GPS, 3,200 feet, from 26 to 3,200 feet, 22 minutes maximum flight time. Here it is. That's the main body of the drone. A set of propellers there, a set of propellers there. So I assume they guess you're going to be breaking them. The battery charger, it charges up to 2 batteries at one time. It has one of these new type chargers like my phone has. I didn't see an electrical outlet come with it, so you could probably plug it into any brick. Got a couple of tools there. It's got the phone holder. You use your phone as the viewfinder for the camera. It's got a little notepad down there. A quick start guide. Your camera is here. It looks like it pivots up and down, and it has the controller there. So I'm going to put the charger on, assemble it with the quick start guide just to see how it goes together. After opening everything and unpacking everything, the first thing you want to do is put the battery on the charger. According to the instructions, you should use a adapter no more than 5 volts, 2.0 amps. They got a separate battery warning deal in here. I don't even know why they would have to do that, because you should use this as your battery charger, because it of course is the thing that lets you know your battery's charged, and if one battery's fully charged, if the second battery's fully charged, and if it's plugged in. So you get your battery charger here, and you could charge 1 or 2 batteries. Mine came with 1 battery. So you flip this up and all the way open like that, and then you slide the battery in here like this. Make sure you line the pins up, get this thing lined up, slide it all the way in and on. Goes on like that. So now it is ready for me to use this cord. They say you only want you to use this cord, plug it in to there, and into the little wall brick pack that you're going to use. And it'll start charging. They say it'll take 5 or 6 hours to charge. After it's fully charged, do not let it sit on the charger forever. Go ahead and unplug the battery and the charger. I looked at the fine print on this adapter, and it says it is a 5 volt 2 amp charger. So I'm going to go ahead and use that to charge my drone battery. When I plugged the charging cord into the end of the charger, it kind of felt real flimsy until I pushed it all the way in. I actually heard a click. So I think it's now all the way in. Now I'm going to plug that into the wall, and I should see some lights there. I plugged the charger in. I got a red light here letting me know I got power, and I got a flashing green here letting me know it's charging. I assume once it's totally charged, it'll give me a solid green light. Next, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the drone, get it ready for flight, and probably download the app on my phone that will allow me to control the drone. And I'm going to assemble it with the Holy Stone quick start guide, and this is for the HS700D. The manual that came with mine has 3 languages. You can guess I'll be using pages 1 through 5. On to the first page. The drone has motors that spin in opposite directions. You have A blades and B blades. I got 2 sets of blades. I got 2 blades with B on them and 2 blades with A on them. So you want to put the A on the A and the B on the B. Let me go ahead and put a couple of these on and then show you how I put a couple of them on. Looking at the motor, you'll see B and the arrow going that way. I assume that's the way the motor goes when the drone is in flight. So since this is a B arm, I'm going to take a B blade. Now on the blade, it has turn it clockwise to lock it, turn it counterclockwise to remove it. So I'm going to install it in the way of the direction to lock it on. So I set it over there, I spin it nice and easy, get it started on there, and when it gets down far enough, it'll start turning the motor with it. So you can either use the tool or hold the motor and snug it down. Do not try to tighten this like it's some lug nut. You just want to tighten it so that it's good and snug on there. Don't over tighten it or break any of the propellers. What I did was held the motor with my hand and spun the blade with my other finger until the motor started turning in my hand with the blade. That's tight enough for me. So I'm going to take the A, lock it on as it says in the direction there, putting it on the A position and spinning it down. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. To get that one on, you gotta turn it the way the arrow says on the blade. Now it's snug. Hold it with my finger, tighten it down a little more. Let me do that with two hands. As you can see, I have all four blades on, and like I said, I have a spare set over there. Next it says hook the cable up to the camera base, which it is already hooked up. Now I'm going to slide the camera and lock it in on the bottom of the drone, and then I'm going to plug this into the drone. I have the locking latch in the unlock position. I'm going to slide the bottom of that on into that channel there, and then I'm going to plug the cable into here. I slid the base of it in there like that until it slid all the way back. Of course, you want the camera pointing to the front of the drone. The H is the front of it. That's probably some infrared light. That's the camera. Slides back in there like that. Now I'm going to take my latch and swing it over, and then I'm going to plug this into here. So that latch needs to be locked so that the camera is secure and won't vibrate out of the drone. It was very easy to slide that over with my fingertips, and when I plugged this in, I actually heard it kind of click in place. It's pushed all the way in. Your SD card goes in that slot, so you can take your finger, push that in, it'll eject that card. Make sure it has the amount of memory you need. If not, install the size card that you want to record the videos that you need. There is no card in there currently, so I'm going to figure out what size card goes in there so I can tell you. And it also does not have the 4 AA batteries that needs to go in the remote control, so you need those as well. Next, I'm going to install the landing gear. Right there, you may see that has an R on it, and this one has a L on it. That's left and right. When you look here, that has an R on it, and this side has a L on it. So you take the roundish part with the screw, you drop it down in there, you pivot it around, and then you slide the other end of it in there, locking it in place. Let me go ahead and do that. It should be an easy task without doing any damage. This one has L on it, that has L on it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this down in here like so, pivot it around nice and slow and easy, and slide this inside the bottom there until you get it all the way in. Let me put some light on it. I'll take the one with the screw, align it so that it goes in like that. I start to pivot it around. Best if you hold it down near the base. As you screw it around, the back of it comes over here. So you turn that so it's like that. Now you lift this up, slide it in place, and push it all the way on until there's no more gap there. There it is. It's all the way in place. So there you have it. Your 2 landing gear. They have pad on the bottom of them. Now your drone can sit up how it lands. Just like that. The next step in the guide is charging it. And I have mine charging over there. I still see the green light flashing and the red light lit. So mine is still charging. It's been charging for about 30 minutes now. Excuse my mess here. We just moved into this apartment. Next, you want to familiarize yourself with the remote. It needs 4 AA batteries. They are not included. As the remote comes to you, this button here is the takeoff button. When you turn your drone on, you push that, the drone just rises up off of the ground and picks a position however it's set, 4 feet, whatever. This next button here is to unlock. A long press will do an emergency stop of the drone. This here is the return home button. Wherever this drone takes off from, when you want it to return to that position, you push that home button. Now, this drone does not have sensors of obstacles. So, if there's an obstacle in the way of the drone and where it is supposed to land, it'll crash into it. So, you want to make sure there's a clear path of flight before you push that button, tell it to return home. And this is your camera button. You press it like that, it takes pictures. You hold it down, it shoots videos. Now this is the button to make it go higher or lower, rotate left, rotate right. This control makes it go forward or backwards, fly left, fly right. So rotate and flight is 2 different things. This switch here is a GPS mode, cuts it on or off. You'll see that indicator in the window. This here, of course, is on or off for the controller. And this here is a headless mode. I'm not sure what that is. I'll find out more about that. But it will indicate in the display if that is actually on. Couple other buttons, battery indicator, and again, you would extend these antennas, pull this plug out, and put the phone in this thing as a display of the controller. This display thing here holds the phone. You just extend that up to get the phone in there, and then that pops into this, and this end pops into that plug when you pull that plug out of there. As you can see, there's a plug there. You pull this out, a rubber plug, and this slides in there like this, locks in place, and then that phone adapter locks in on that so that you can see what the camera sees while you're flying the drone. Now whenever you want to pull this phone holder out, you push in that little button, it releases the latch in there. That pretty much lets you know how to get this thing put together where you can use it, get it charging. That's how you get your batteries in and out of the controller. And I'll show you how to install the battery in here. It'll just slide in that hole there. This is the head of it. This is the tail of it. And that's the power button to turn the drone on and off. So once my battery's totally charged up, I'll come back and go over some operational functions of the drone. but basically this is the assembly pre-operational use instructions. These things here are propeller guards. As you can see, they swoop up, so they would plug in to the edge of the wings. You want to pull this out. If you look close at these, on top they look like that. On the bottom they have two little dots on them. But you put the screwdriver in there, or just grab them with your fingertips and pull on them while holding the arm. They'll pop right out, and then you push the propeller guards on, and you want to push them in that they're flush like that, nice and tight. They'll probably give you one click for inside for each edge of it as they pop in place. Let me grab this, see if I can pull it out without sticking the screwdriver in there and using the screwdriver to pull it out. I was able to grab that with my fingers and just pull it out, and then I could take the thing, line it up, and just push it in. Probably take two hands to get it in right, so I don't damage anything. Let me get that pushed in with two hands. I was able to get that pushed in with two hands, and it did click into place, so that's how that goes in. Took a little muscle to pull that back out of there. Just make sure you don't grab onto the motor or anything when you're pushing those on and pulling them off. You don't want to damage these brushless motors. Now, the main instruction manual is 42 pages on the English side, so you do want to get your manual, make yourself familiar with it, because you do not want to destroy your craft and or violate your local and federal laws. So read through here, learn how to function and operate it safely. And again, I'll be making a part 2 of this video, which will include calibrating it and taking a short flight with it. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.